Martian Man TV. Everybody welcome in. Peace and love to everybody from our YouTube family. We focusing on y'all back on the BMF season 4. This is me recapping episode 5. Y'all gotta forgive me for not doing my episode 1 through 4, but been going through some things and kind of ain't had a chance to come and do my videos, but I'm back and y'all got my full attention. So, the BMF season 4 has been exciting. This is episode 5 recap where we got the party situation. Meech, new artist, and unfortunately she, spoiler alert, she gets killed at the end of episode 5. So we anticipate episode 6, which premieres Friday, July 11th, I believe. Y'all leave me some comments in the comment section if I'm wrong, but so far so good. We got Lamar maybe finna premiere episode 6. We know he just popped something. So episode 5 recap. We start off with the little kid and Loco wanna actually destroy the little kid, and Meech and Terry looking confused because it's a kid. But Loco putting them on point that in Mexico, kids are part of the cartel and could be lookouts of spies or actually kill you. So a lot of times Americans go to Mexico and be kind of naive to what's going on, but when it comes down to war, even a kid, even in Asian culture, a kid get rid of you. So, Terry and Meech looking like, no, it's a kid, like he harmless, like he definitely not no threat. And Loco explaining to them that no, the guerrillas and the cartel, you never know, they use kids as weapons and spies, and they could be your downfall to take that for granted, to think, oh yeah, this little kid won't do nothing to me. Then we moving forward. We know Charles and Lucille been hanging out with B. Mickey. B. Mickey got a situation with his daughter. He needed money from Meech and Terry to get, the operation money for his daughter. He kind of been stressing out with his baby mama about the situation with his daughter. He's still kind of too feeling trauma from Kato. B. Mickey had Kato pregnant in season 2 or season 3 of BMF. And we know she got killed by them crooked cops. So B. Mickey kind of been mentally traumatic since the loss of Kato, his baby, and then he got into it with Meech and Southwest T on some loyalty type stuff with the whole Detective Brian situation. But B. Mickey always showed he was loyal, he was down, and we know he popped Lamar when Lamar showed back up in season 4, episode 2. We know B. Mickey the one that saved T and Meech life, because Lamar, he don't be playing. When he pull up, he on that type of time. We also seeing Nicole doing the most. Nicole Flannery doing the most. Nicole been kicking it with Southwest T worker named Worm. Know what I mean? She also been messing with the other dude. I don't know if his name Breeze or what, I forget his name, but Nicole pregnant. LaWanda been kind of being her support system behind the scenes, because Lucille and Charles, they don't really know yet. But when they find out, it's going to cause a lot of tension in the family. Because, Nicole just graduated. She kind of expected to be the smart one and more responsible, spite she going through traumatic experiences too. We know Lamar killed her boyfriend when she was like younger. So Nicole mentality towards life is sort of dysfunctional, like Meech's and Terry's. Know what I mean? She got into it with Lucille, episode 3. About her going out partying and being out all night and trying to act like she grown. And Nicole was finna get a beat down from Lucille, talking about, yeah, by my age, you was already pregnant with baby number 1. Lucille looking like, I can't believe, you even talking sassy to me. But in the black culture, this is true. This is reality. A lot of females clash with their mothers for whatever reasons. A lot of people say moms get jealous of the daughter when she started developing her body. Some people say that the daughters get sassy and start feeling themselves to the point where they want to act grown and sass out their mom. So we seeing life imitate art. You know what I mean? Right in our face with Lucille and with Nicole. But Nicole and did too much, letting these guys, do things with her without using no protection, and she pregnant. So her world's spinning right now. The only person that's really like been supporting her is LaWanda. So Nicole got a lot going on right now, just graduating and getting pregnant from a dealer, one of Terry people. So of course Terry feeling some kind of way, like, really, Nicole? Like, really? I sent Worm here to help move you from your job to the house, not for you to interact with him or not for you to be attracted to him in a way where you actually, experiencing this dude. So the scene I'm showing y'all right here is actually Southwest T popping up at the house unannounced, and Nicole and Worm just laying in the bed like everything all good. T pop in there and Nicole trying to downplay the situation, but T being very observant. He noticed that it's a dude's shoes on the ground and it's a blunt in the ashtray. And we know Nicole never really smoked like that, but since she been hanging with Worm, she been smoking. So, T on point, like, hold on, like, when you start smoking and then you got somebody in here, because whose shoes is these? And then you see T, roughing up Worm a little bit and push him down the stairs and let him know he not welcome around no more. Signs of being disloyal. I didn't put you to watch my sister to interact with her in an intimate kind of way, but to just be my muscle. It reminded me of the Scarface movie with Manolo, Tony Montana never wanted his right-hand man to mess with his sister. So, once again, in life, that goes on in the streets a lot. A lot of guys don't want guys that they cool with or affiliated with to talk to family. Because if things ever go left or she say something, then it's going to change the dynamic of y'all relationship or y'all bond. Some people take it as a sign of being disloyal. Or they'll tell you to make a choice. You either want to mess with my cousin or my sister or my daughter, or you want to be my guy. You can't have both. You can't have both worlds. Because if that female say something or whatever, the family automatically got to take her side, right? So that's the downplay for the overlay back in on that type of situation. So Worm knew he had it coming eventually once T found out. Then we get, in this episode, Detective Bryant going hard trying to somehow get the Meech. Meech and his one guy go on a high-speed chase with Brian and the detectives. They trying to catch Meech up in a deal. You know what I mean? Or see where he's stashing his stuff at. So Meech got away, but his guy got caught, unfortunately. They got out the car and split up, and the guy got caught, and Meech jumped on a truck and got away. We also got Meech artist Purdy. She reminded me of like Ashanti being at Murder Inc. with Meech, and she gets shot. You know what I mean? And getting caught up in the middle of Meech situation with the guy she was with prior. She was signed to. Meech and his boys had him sign a contract over so he could have 100% ownership of Purdy and she could be free from him. And it ended up backfiring and ended up popping up at the release and eliminating her. So, also in this episode, I want to point out that Charles has been excited about going on the road again to do his music, and he had an accident at the job where his hand got crushed under an engine. The whole engine block. And Charles' hand looked pretty bad. So for episode 6, we basically doing a follow-up to see what's going to happen with Charles moving forward. Is it his playing hand? Is it going to be a hand where he can wrap up and continue to play? We're going to see how Lucille and Charles and Meech and T deal with Nicole being pregnant by Worm or Breeze. We're going to see what's going to happen with B. Mickey getting married to his girlfriend. And if Charles and Lucille going to play a role and a part in that. We also seeing what's going to happen with Southwest T, Markeisha, and Boone. Boone did get released in episode 5 from prison, and he back around. Spike T having trust issues with Markeisha because Markeisha almost got them set up, with the sting, with meeting at the coffee shop. It was some undercovers trying to set them up. So T kind of been on shaky ground with Markeisha as far as trying to see if he can trust her like that. You know what I mean? Y'all leave me some comments. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if this season been exciting for y'all. I know everybody excited to see Lamar and his end and how he gonna end up trying to deal with Meech. And y'all let me know what y'all think about how Meech finna deal with Jay Pusha, dealing with Loco and the plug, and Meech and them finding out that the music business is not too far different than the streets. As far as the shadiness, the griminess of it, the violence, the finesse, the scandals. That was the whole moral of this episode. Meech and Terry wanted to do something to, pay homage to their father. So that's what Meech always had the fantasy to own his own record, company. And him and T did that, but it's things that come in the record industry that a lot of people don't be ready for. And you get exposed and see that it's a dirty game. So y'all, BMF Season 4, Episode 5, review recap right here. Breakdown, Martian Man TV. Y'all much appreciated. I'ma holler back at y'all in a minute.